Hey, good morning, everybody. It's not quite noon yet, so it's not afternoon. So we got on here a little bit early today. It's been a long time since I've been on here with
Amen.
Kelly, so we're on Christmas break at the school. So I should be here every day this week doing the live, and then a couple days next week, and then probably you'll see Kelly back on here. She's been busy too. It's been pretty crazy.
It's been
Christmas
crazy.
is always chaotic and crazy, and people coming and helping. We've give out quite a bit of food from Thanksgiving to now again. So
Yeah, our food pantry has taken a huge hit.
yeah. So if you want, some of you was sending stuff, we can use that again. I'll be
Yes.
announcing that Sunday about that because we have helped a bunch of people.
We have helped a lot,
in
and
that,
we've
so-
helped large families. It's
Yeah.
just not been small families. We've been helping large families, so
So,
it's taken a lot.
Yeah, and thankful you guys and
Yes.
stuff that you guys are giving. So
Man.
thank you. So again, if you want to send whether it's paper towels or canned goods or whatever it is that people use on a day-to-day basis, not just food, we can take it
We
and
have
put it in
had
there.
an overabundance of hamburger helper, and we're down to like 4 boxes.
Yeah, we had
So
several cases of it.
yeah,
And so now with that, giving hamburger meat with it, it
Yes.
stretches that for people, and we're very
right.
thankful
So,
for
yes, we are very
people
thankful
that
for
have
you
given
guys.
meat. We've had 7-Up Cattle Company, Zachel and
Yeah.
James. Their crew has been very gracious and a blessing to us on the
Right.
ground beef side of it.
Right.
We're finally out of deer meat. We don't have any of that left, I don't think, do we?
There's a little bit.
A little
yeah, I
bit,
gave
so-
some out the other day.
So
There
we're
is.
pretty close out on that. But again, if you know somebody, if you need something, holler at us and let us
Yes.
know. Today we're going to be in 1 Peter chapter 5. Tonight for our men's, we will be, Lord willing, here tonight at 7 o'clock
Yes.
for a men's meeting. So if you know any men that's out and about or whatever, come out tonight, 7 o'clock,
Yes.
multi-purpose building. We'll be over there. Oh, is that Stella? or
Yeah,
Stella?
Stella. No,
Okay.
Stella.
And I'm going to
Stella's
cover
under
the
the
first
chairs.
5 verses under men's tonight, but we're going to pick up in verse 6. So therefore, humble yourselves. This is 1 Peter chapter
Yes.
5, verse 6. Humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God. Set aside self-righteous pride, so that He may exalt you to a place of honor in His service at the appropriate time. And that's God's timing. Sometimes we don't like to wait. We're not patient, but
No, we're not.
hang in there. Casting all your cares, all your anxieties, all your worries, and all your concerns once and for all on Him. For He cares for you and about you with deepest affection, watches over you carefully. Be sober, well-balanced, self-disciplined, to be alert, cautious at all times. That enemy of yours, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, fiercely hungry, seeking someone to devour. But resist him. Be firm in your faith against his attack. Rooted, established, immovable, knowing that the same experience of suffering are being experienced by your brothers and sisters throughout the world. You do not suffer alone. So a lot of times we think it's just us going through it, but he said throughout the whole world are have to deal with the enemy. After you've suffered for a little while, the God of all grace, who imparts His blessing and favor, who called you to His own eternal glory in Christ, will Himself complete, confirm, strengthen, and establish you, making you what you ought to be. To Him be the dominion, power, authority, and sovereignty forever and ever. So I read all that, and I'm going to back up here to verse 6, and we'll break that down over this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So what I'm going to do is I want to do verses 6 and 7 today. Therefore, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God. Set aside self-righteous pride, or your pride that keeps you from being humble. That's why you're not humble is pride, if you're dealing with that. So that He may exalt you to a place of honor in His service at the appropriate time. So when we look at this, humble yourself under God's hand, and then set aside your selfish pride. And pride is what gets us in trouble a lot of times. It keeps us from going to God, or we got it figured out, or we can do it, or we know better, or whatever. And then here's the big deal. It says, so He may exalt you to a place of honor. You may be a very humble person and nobody honors you or exalts you. Know that God has and will.
Exactly.
But here's the deal. At the appropriate time. And that's what I want to get Kelly to chime in here on this. As we're waiting on God's timing, what helps you? Because sometimes God's timing is an hour, right now, a minute, an hour, a day, a week, a month, or years. It's hard waiting on that time to be patient, but when we're under God's hand, we know that it's not our pride in our way. God is exalting and going to continue to do it. What helps you to wait on that appropriate time?
Well, a lot of times when I get discouraged and when I don't want to wait, and I cry out to the Lord and say, Lord, I don't understand this. I don't know why this is happening. There is something that happens that shows me just a small glimpse of why I'm waiting. I shared a story not very long ago about really being upset and discouraged about and some things that were going on here at the church, and I cried out to God and had a hissy fit. As a matter of fact, I admit that I had a hissy fit, and as I'm pulling into my garage, I got a text message from somebody that said, "Thank you for giving me this book, because it is been a saving grace."
Was it the Jack Carr books you gave away?
No, it wasn't the Jack Carr books that I gave away. You're never going to let me live that down. But anyways, if we continue to look to him, he will continue to sustain us through that time. He will give us the things that we have need of. Even though it's not what we want at the moment, it's what we need. And so that was just my little bit of encouragement to say, you're doing the right thing. You're doing what I've asked you to do. Keep doing it. And I promise you, it's going to get better. So it's just waiting on him and knowing that he has me. Being
still and know that he's God.
Yeah.
And in this, as we wait, we got to make sure, though, that we've humbled ourselves under his hand,
Right.
because his hand holds us up. Where we're failing and we're struggling and we're having issues, if we put ourselves under his hand and we've got rid of our pride and anxiety, we're going to talk tomorrow about worry, because it's casting all your cares and worries. I'm not going to get into that today. We'll do that tomorrow, Wednesday. And then go into verse 8 and 9 on Thursday, Lord willing, and Friday. Who knows how I do. It can take a rabbit trail here. but what I want to make sure that you understand here is that you have to humble yourselves under
Right.
God's hand for him to honor and lift you up.
Exactly.
And it's in his timing. And that's where we have to just say, Lord, your will be done. Jesus, was going to be exalted to a place of the highest honor at the right hand of God. But look what the suffering he went through before he got exalted there. He got spat on, then he got beat, and then he got crucified, and was 3 days and 3 nights in the bowels of the earth, and then God brought him out, resurrected him, hung out down here at the bunch of his own people that didn't believe it was really him and struggled with some issues. Then he went back into heaven and seated there waiting on the Father's command to, Son, go get your people.
Right.
And it'll be a one coming, not 2 or 3 like a lot of people preach and teach, when everything, all the times are prophecy of the Bible of end times are fulfilled. God will look over the Son and say, Son, go get your church. We'll hear the trump. And then we'll be out here with the Lord to meet the Lord in there, as 1 Thessalonians says, and thus go be at the Lord forever. But we're going to have to endure a lot of things here, so we have to wait on the appropriate time. Every time there's some big world event happens, a lot of these end time that all they want to do is talk about end time stuff. We need to be prepared for it. But I talked to a gentleman the other day at the gun store. I said, what if you drive out, you turn out on the road and a dump truck or car swerves over to pass somebody and kills you? You're end times now. You're not going to have to worry about the rapture. Is it a pre-trib, post-trib rapture? What's the tribulation, all that stuff like that? Your end time is there now. So my concern is that we live every day for Jesus without being fearful, without being worried, and we got chaotic time. Christmas is always chaos normally.
It is.
The rushing here and there and all the cooking, and we overeat and we take on too much sugar and all these things. And a lot of times we may have fun and we may not. Some people don't have fun at Christmas. Some people don't have families to go to. Some people don't like their families that they have to deal with because they've been stabbed in the back sometime. Whatever that is, we still have to deal with life after Christmas. Here we are, December 26th.
Yep.
Christmas is come and gone. We'll go through this week, Lord willing. We'll make it into Monday. It'll be January 1, the year of our Lord 2024. And so here's another year started that we got to keep living life. But if we'll live it under the hand of God, God will honor us if we get rid of our selfish and self-righteous pride.
Yes.
And just say, Lord, I'm your servant. I'm here to serve. And I know whatever that appropriate time is, I'm okay with it, because I know that you're going to hold me and keep me every day, not just on Christmas or on Resurrection Sunday, what the world calls Easter. Whatever it is, that every single day I can serve you, and at the appropriate time you're going to honor me. If I've got to wait until I leave this earth and I hear the trumpet and I get my resurrection body, I'm okay with that. I'm just going to serve you the best that I can and to honor you and to glorify you each and every day. And where I don't, I know your grace is there, your mercy is new every day, and I'm going to be okay because you say I'm going to be okay. So God bless y'all. I hope you had a great Christmas. Thank you all for the text. I got a lot of them. I tried to say thank you or Merry Christmas back to all of you. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Not that I was busy. I had probably the quietest Christmas that I've had ever, maybe. Pretty much just went and ate with my daughter and her fiance. Had a little quick bite to eat, good food, and come back and went down and cleaned a little bit in my yard and messed with my dogs and went home and chilled. I didn't really do a whole lot. So my son come by. It's good to see Connor. He stopped by that morning and had a cup of coffee with him and visited him. He had to work that night, Christmas Eve and Christmas night as well, at the Cushing PD. So, but I had a good, calm time with the Lord, a good peace, and just allowing the Lord to renew me and rejuvenate me and try to bring a fresh, because we all get stale at different things and things
sure
like
do.
that, and times of that. So at the appropriate time, God will honor, live, change the season in our lives. We're constantly having change of seasons in that.
Yes.
And we have a problem with that a lot of times. If we'll just wait at the appropriate time, we know God will lift us up and honor us. Just hang in there, stay in the fight, and I promise you it's going to be okay. You'll get through whatever that storm is, as long as you realize that the Lord, that you are under the mighty hand of God, and God is one that's sustaining, holding, and lifting you up. So again, God bless y'all. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Men, Lord willing, will be here tonight in the multi-purpose building at 7 o'clock. We'll kick off our men's meeting. We're going to look at chapter 5 of 1 Peter here in the first 5 verses about how to be a godly leader. And this is talking about elders and pastors leading churches. We're also going to talk about being an elder in our families and in our communities and in our workplaces of work with this. So we're going to do that tonight, Lord willing. Come out. Eat the first. If you get there early, you're gonna get a cinnamon roll. There's not very many of them, but Kelly graced us, so you're gonna bring some cinnamon rolls. I guess or did you eat them all this morning?
I did not eat them all.
Okay.
So
So
bring the little pan out. There's just a little bit of
all right.
it,
So
but
get here early. You can
I
get you
might
cinnamon
bring
rolls.
some
So
cookies and stuff too.
we're,
I don't want them at
we're
my
not
house.
eating or anything like that. But if you want to come out early, grab your cup of coffee or whatever, talk and visit. That'll kick off at 7 o'clock, and then tomorrow night. No youth. We don't have any kids, but the following Wednesday we'll be back in
kick back off
with
next
our
Wednesday.
kids. So what's that? The 3rd?
It's the 3rd.
Yeah. So Wednesday, January 3rd, we'll be back with our kids in service. So no service tomorrow night with them, but it will be next week. Don't forget, big New Year's Eve celebration concert here Sunday night with Freedom Church and Crossroads Community Church praise team. It'll be some good music, I promise you. It'll be worth coming. Hang out, no charge. We'll take up a love offering. That's it. We're going to go eat. The church has the meat supplied. Jeff Etheridge is going to cook that. And then if you want to bring a side dish or a dessert would be great. You want to bring some games afterwards there and play games till midnight, welcoming the new year here, that is, you're welcome to do that. I don't know that I will. I'll just have to see. I'm a day by day. I may be ready to go to bed. Sometimes I go to bed at 8 o'clock, and sometimes I don't go to bed till 3 a.m. the next day. So never know with me. But anyhow, we're going to be doing that this Sunday night. So get that on your calendar, spread the word around, and come out. If you don't want to just come stay for the concert and not eat and go home, that's up to you. Look like there might be a little bit of rain and maybe some light snow move in on the extended forecast. It snowed this morning. Early this morning it was snowing. I saw some flurries out and about a little before daylight, so I didn't know that was coming, but no accumulation, of course. Did get a little bit colder, but it's not cold. We just got used to 60-degree weather, which was nice. Now the 30s and wind we're just not used to it, but it'll pass. We're already almost into January. We'll have January, February, March. It'll be right back hot again, and all you 90, 100-degree people will be happy. So here we go. So God bless y'all.
We
you
also
got ladies, anything coming up?
No, we're not doing women's until the first Sunday in January, which is the 7th. So we won't be doing that until then. But we'll start renewing our social media sponsorships. So if that's something that you're interested in, let us know and we'll get you set up. And we will be doing that. We'll be kind of campaigning and pushing for that.
It helps us buy mic, do whatever we need. Doug want to do some upgrades in here, and we try not to take it out of the general fund and budget and stuff. So.
He said something about a new camera because this one flakes out sometimes, so I don't know if that's what his plan is, but we will be doing that as well. I want to thank the ones that have sponsored us this year. It's amazing that you will give to a certain thing that we can continue to move forward. And this broadcast, a lot of people see it, and I'm thankful for that, and it is a way that we can get the word out and the message out about Jesus. So thank you to Don and Sheila Ferris, Howard and Janice Clark, Leonard and Debbie Spencer, Gordon and Dee Kennard, Genesis Home Health, Turnbow Trailers, Parco Tax and Services, My Travel Misha, Stacy Reese, the Watkins family, Travis Holloway, and Ted and Alicia Crocker, and there were more that donated. They just didn't want their names mentioned. So thank you all so much for making this year possible for us. And it has been a chaotic year. We've moved our office. We've done a lot of different things that have happened. A lot of things have changed this year.
Internet was down a lot of different times and things. But Doug's and Roy's been working hard on that, so I think we got everything going. We got our website back up and going.
Yes.
Again, what is that, Ed? Write that on there, would you? So
it's ccc-ok.net. That's our website. It does have an updated calendar on it and all the things that are going on at the church. I can actually when I update my calendar, it updates that calendar. So we're working on making it better. Doug has to do some fine tuning and some changing, but he's learning that. He did not initially set that up. Somebody else did. So he's got to learn a little bit, but it is available to us, and that's the main thing.
And we'll try to keep that up. Same way I won't, but I don't even know. I'll forget the website half the time, so I told her to write it down on that. But get on it, check it out. We'll try to keep it updated better, and the dates and times so people can get on it and everything on the church services and things like that.
Yeah.
So anyhow, God bless y'all.
Yes.
Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Remember, it's faith over fear, Christ over crisis, and you can remain calm in the chaos.